What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Fan01 here, and today we are back at it again with another Transformer figure review. And today we are going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Q. And oh yes, I am so stoked about this. As somebody who had the original Q and actually reviewed it on this very channel, which you guys can definitely go take a look at in the description down below. But we did take a look at the original Q, and that figure has some things over this figure, and this figure has some things over that one. So I did have the original one, and I can 100% prove it. It's all on my channel. You can definitely go check it out. So, anyways, so I apologize for showing off the weapons, but these were falling out of my hand as I was moving around. So let's move those over to the side. Anyways, you all know the rules. We don't take a look at this first. We take a look at the box, and obviously this is a very nice box because finally we have somebody acknowledging that Q/Wheeljack exists, because they put it right on the packaging, Wheeljack in it, and in quotation marks Q. So yeah, I love that about this, is that they're basically acknowledging the fact that he exists, but also acknowledging the fact that he doesn't exist at the same time. So, anyways, on this side of the box, we have Wheeljack Q. We also Studio Series Dark of the Moon. On this side, we've got him, and we've got Ironhide in the background, too. So, and all that cool jazz going on here. And on this side, once again, we've got that all-round image for Q and all of that. And I will say, who do you think this dude's based off of? Who does that? Who does this remind you of? So, yeah. Anyways. Moving the box off to the side, let's bring in the figure here, and we'll bring in the weapons at the same time here, just so we can drop the weapons. But this is definitely the first time I have seen them actually attempt at going after the licensing for Mercedes for this particular car in a good minute, because the last time I saw them try to go for the rights to this car, it failed dramatically, and they had to scramble, and they basically just had to give us what they could, and they could not give it the official license, but Japan could. So America couldn't get the licensing, but Japan could get the licensing for the mold for this car. So it's a weird mixing battle of how it went down in 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, right up to the point where Age of Extinction was being filmed. So, yeah. But anyways, here's the car mode, and we do have some weapons here. We have a staff and a gun. This is way less accessories than what the original came with. The original came with a spear, came with a drill, came with a gun, came with a flamethrower, and then came with a mech tech weapon. So way too many accessories for a deluxe class, but this feels just about right. So, anyways, and you can totally plug these in to each other. There's a little tiny port right here, and you can totally just plug that into this little dinky spot right here on this side of the spear here, or the staff, and there you have that. And or if you feel like it, this can become his rifle, or just do whatever. You know what? Make it whatever you please. And then, to my knowledge, you can also take it and just stick this in here too, but that stretches your plastic, so I wouldn't suggest doing that. So anyways, moving these off to the side, my apologies, you're seeing me mess around with the weapons too much. Moving into the figure, I've already shown a little bit, but it is a Mercedes-Benz E550. This is one of the more rare Mercedes-Benz that you can get a hold of, and the only reason you know it's an E550 is because on the back here, it actually says, come on here, camera, focus, 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 focus. The camera, you need to focus. On the back here, it actually says Mercedes. It actually says E550 on the back. So yeah, but anyways, all right. Let's get into some scale comparisons. So here he is next to Deluxe Class Dino, otherwise known as Mirage. Not really. So here he's next to Dark of the Moon Soundwave. This is the first run Soundwave. Not the one that you probably can go get at Target right now. Here he is next to the Deluxe Class Sideswipe. who is strangely standing on his own right now. And here he is next to the old Toys R Us exclusive Thundercracker. So, yeah. Alright. Now, to transform this guy, it's a bit of a cluster muck. It's not something that's very pleasant to do. So, to start it off, you're going to undo this, and then you're just going to kind of wiggle this around and rotate it down. And do the same thing on the other side. Is your brain broken yet? Because mine certainly is. So untab that, bring this down, kind of just, they are on double hinges, so you are going to want to double hinge them forward, like so. And then you're going to take these and just kind of swivel them inward a bit. But also don't yet. It's the weirdest thing to do. And also try to do at the same time. Just keep it like this for now. Next, you're going to come to the roof and you're going to split it, and that's going to free up the arms and hands like so. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to then take this and it's going to be brought all the way down. If this will move, things are supposed to move. There we go. It's going to unhinge, there we go, and come all the way down. But before you do that, we're going to work on the legs. Split the legs. I'm going to bring this in, like so. After you lift this up, bring this in. Bring this in, kind of flip out. This transformation is slightly frustrating, but going to want to flip out the foot if you can. You're supposed to be able to, but there we go. I flipped it out wrong. Flip it inside. Do not flip it the way I did, or you will break your figure. And then rotate this around like so. Make sure it thoops into place nicely, and then take this back section and collapse it so. That's a leg done. Take this one, do kind of the same thing, I guess. Bring this up, rotate this inward. Come on. Flip out the heel spur, flip out the foot. And then you're going to rotate it back around. Come on. There we go. Rotate that back around. Then take this piece, bring it back, and that straightens it all out. And there's the legs. And then you're going to bring the backpack, fold in the windshield, and it's going to just collapse all down like so. And then straighten out the arms. You're going to bring them out like this and bring them around inside. On the inside like this. Make sure you just, it's a weird thing to straighten these things out. So have it to whatever orientation you wish. I intend for mine to go like something like that. Now, I'm going to straighten these out in the weirdest way possible. I'm going to bring these all the way around to the back like so. But you're going to want to make sure that these are hinged forward, so that way you can swivel this all the way around, and this is what you want the backpack to look like. Yeah, this is not the most cleanest of backpacks, and I gotta say, though, it is the nicest way, though, to give us a new figure, so I can't complain too much on that. So, once we've straightened everything back out, we're going to fold this forward a bit. Then, we're going to bring in his weapons, and as per what it says there, or what it shows, we're going to take this and we're going to just shove it into that hand right there. And then we are going to grab the gun right here, and it's just going to go into this hand right here. So there we have that. So anyways, there you have Q in his robot mode, and I gotta say I like it, but I I really also don't like this. I like it, but don't like it. I like it because of the fact that, hey, look, we've got Q slash Wheeljack now from Dark of the Moon. This figure was notoriously, infamously hard to get because the only way that you could get this was if you special ordered it from Japan back in 2000, like from 2000, like maybe 12 to 2014 to 15. And then after that, the prices for it went right through the roof. And you couldn't find it for anything less than 150 bucks. So, but this one is the brand new Studio Series version, to which I am very thankful for because now we have a mass released version, which now I don't have to worry about, is this going to be the definitive version for Q for at least a bunch of people, because now we know it is the definitive version for Q for a lot of people because this is the only one that they've made. So, anyways, let's get into some scale comparisons. Then we shall get into final thoughts. Then I shall rank the figure and end the video. So, moving Q off to the side here, wiping off the area. Here he is next to Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Dino. Here he is next to Dark of the Moon Soundwave. Here he is next to Dark of the Moon Sideswipe, who is mysteriously able to stand today. And here he is with the old Toys R Us exclusive Thundercracker. Alright, so final thoughts on this guy are, I dig it. I do dig it. It's not a bad looking figure. It's just a figure that I wish they would have released sooner. And I wish that it would have been released maybe like in the beginnings of Studio Series. Like, for example, the very first few Studio Series figures I wish we would have gotten were Q, Dino, and maybe a couple other characters from Dark of the Moon that we were promised in the toy line, but were not. Or Q, Dino, Chromia. There were a lot of characters I wish we could have gotten in the first run of Studio Series. But as for a current placement right now, this will have to do. So I'm not too upset over that. I'm a little upset because the transformation is not exactly what you would call great. But I will say this, it isn't bad. I just would not want to do that more than a few times. Because after a while, I picture the figure will start to deteriorate. I picture the plastic, it will not hold up. I picture that just being the case. So, yeah. Anyways, I do appreciate this. So, only thing I really wish, though, is that the robot mode had a little bit more paint, and unfortunately, that's going to be a running theme for things to come for certain figures. So, I can't say it's great, but I can't say it's bad at the same time. So, anyways, that being said, I will rank this figure, let's rank it a 7.8, only because I do appreciate the fact they finally gave us Q. I just do not like the transformation a ton, and I also don't like this backpack. Like, this gives me nightmares of Revenge of the Fallen Studio Series Jolt. So, yeah, it reminds me of that. So, anyways, let's get into our final entry or outros here. So here we shall go with, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Do not forget to leave a like on this video. Do not forget to check out the Studio Series playlists where you can definitely check them out. I will leave a link to them in the description below. And if you do hit that like button and that notification bell, you will be notified of all of the new Transformers that we do get in stock. And or in the studio. Excuse me. That's where my mouth and my brain and my tongues just all stop working at the same time. So, you can be notified of all of that, and you'll definitely be notified of the very next live stream that we do as well. So, this is Thomas Fan01 saying, do not forget to check out Jordy's Rail videos, Patrick with a Y, iStar552, Bravely GG, Take Along Productions, Riveted Rail Fan, Riveted Reviews. Take Along, Lemon Lime Studios, Kitten Cat 999, Marvelous Ball, Corey Tucker, Azaga the Animator, and let's also throw out the Good, the Bad, the Awesome, and New York Toy Hunter, excuse me, as they've all done some amazing work for the channel, and they've also helped us out as well, and also have been fans of the live streams, to which also, if you do show up to the live streams, there is a good chance that you could become a regular and earn yourself a shout out in the videos. And also, if you do comment on the videos in said live stream, you do get shouted out. So, at least on the live stream. So anyways, this is Thomas Fan 1 saying, do not forget to keep playing with your toys. Goodbye.